At least 8 women now accuse Trump of sexual assault, including the 2 who stepped forward on Friday. One says she was assaulted at a New York nightclub. The other is a former contestant on The Apprentice.
I pushed his chest to put space between us, and I said, "Come on, man, get real." He repeated my words back to me, "Get real," as he began thrusting his genitals.
Trump denies the accusations, calling the women liars and sick women. And on Friday, he mocked them at a campaign event in North Carolina.
Oh, I was with Donald Trump in 1980. I was sitting with him on an airplane. She would not be my first choice, that I can tell you.
Trump running mate Mike Pence told CBS this morning that the campaign would release proof that Trump is being falsely accused, but so far it has not shared any evidence.
Hillary Clinton's campaign is the target of yet another document released by WikiLeaks. The anti-secrecy group published more emails allegedly taken from Clinton's campaign chairman, John Podesta. One series of emails shows campaign staffers asked Bill Clinton to cancel a speech he planned to give to Morgan Stanley executives. The campaign staffers feared the Clintons would appear to be too close to Wall Street bankers. Another email, this one from former Michigan Governor Jennifer Granholm, suggested that Hillary Clinton change her image that she's out of touch or in a bubble by selecting 8 occupations she is willing to spend one day working at. For example, the email said perhaps she busses tables at Denny's or works behind the counter at McDonald's.
With more on the latest developments in campaign 2016, we're joined by Washington Post columnist Catherine Rampell. Catherine, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, Hillary Clinton didn't take that campaign advice from Jennifer Granholm, bussing tables at Denny's, but is that kind of behavior something she would need to do to close this trust deficit, or is that even something she can change voters' minds about at this point?
Her trustworthiness, or at least her perceived trustworthiness, does seem to be the main obstacle standing between her and the Oval Office at this point. Whether she can actually overcome those negative perceptions about her is a completely separate question. I mean, you could imagine that, for example, if she had taken this advice and had gone to Denny's or to McDonald's and worked there for a day, that would have been seen as just as artificial and gimmicky and merely reinforced this perception that a lot of voters have of her. So it's hard to figure out exactly how to overcome that problem.
On the other side, Donald Trump is calling the accusations against him pure fiction and outright lies, the sexual allegations. Mike Pence at this table yesterday morning said there would be more information coming out in Mr. Trump's defense. Have we seen any of that yet?
The campaign did bring forward a supposed witness who claimed that he was on the airplane where the woman said that she had been groped, 20, 30 years ago, I guess at this point, longer than that. This particular witness is not the most useful or credible witness. He has previously been in the news for allegedly procuring underage boys for pedophile politicians.
He's also made up some stories that got reported in the British press, yes?
Yes, he made up an engagement to a fictional fiancée. So there are a number of reasons to not maybe elevate him to the most credible person who is defending your character, but perhaps they don't have anything else to go on at this point.
Wow. Well, on Wednesday, you've got this last debate. It's going to be, it would seem, pretty contentious with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump facing off.
Oh, it's been contentious, yes.
It's hard to believe it could get even more so, but in the wake of all these suits, I mean, how do you walk into that room and move forward for Hillary Clinton? Or is it just do no harm?
For Hillary Clinton or for...
For Hillary Clinton. Does she just sit back and let Donald Trump try to explain this away?
That seems to be working so far, in that Donald Trump has, in addressing these various allegations, doubled down on the same sorts of generally misogynistic rhetoric, basically saying, oh, I never would have sexually assaulted that woman because she's too ugly. I mean, he didn't use those exact words, but that was the implication of the soundbite you were just referring to. That does not really seem like it's likely to win over a lot of female voters or other undecided voters for that matter. So Hillary Clinton, for all I know, could just be saying, let him keep talking, give him enough rope to hang himself with.
Well, that is the puzzling strategy here, because his weakness is particularly among female voters, but he doesn't he doesn't seem to be trying to appeal to them at this point. Or am I wrong?
You know, I don't know what he would say he's doing. As an outsider, just observing his rhetoric this campaign, it seems as if he is not really making much in the way of overtures to expanding his base. He's doubling down on the people he knows who love him and support him and come to his rallies and cheer him on. He's feeding them a lot of red meat. And perhaps he's laying the groundwork not necessarily to capture a larger share of the electorate, but to be able to say, if and when he loses, that the election was rigged and was stolen from him.
Catherine Rampell with the Washington Post. Thanks very much.
Thank you.